Bernard, but they got to get used to Nate.
Oh, it's another episode of Say It Loud. I got Nate, the CEO of Never Betray the Crown, in the hot seat with me right now. What up,
So
Nate? How you doing?
I'm great. How you? How's everything?
I'm well. I'm hanging in there. I can't really complain. How you doing with COVID?
Oh, it's great with me.
Yeah?
It, yeah,
I
it's helping
never
me
hear
out.
anyone say that.
Nah, it's helping me out in a lot of ways, man. This COVID helped my business expand tremendously.
Yeah, I can say the same
I
thing.
ain't got no complaints. You know what I mean? I'm sad because I lost a couple family members, but you know what I mean. Other than that, there's a positive and a negative. So I'm good. I got more positive than negative. At least they're not suffering. So you know what I mean. They up there watching me, making sure my business thrive.
This is true. So I had you on the show because I really see what you're doing and I see the work that you're putting out, and I wanted you to come and share with everybody that listens to Say It Loud a little bit about Never Betray the Crown and the work that you guys are doing out here in the community. So tell us about that.
Well, Never Betray the Crown basically is NBC, my initials, Nathaniel Bernard Coppets. I was sitting there talking to one of my friends one day, and we was talking about how, people disrespect themselves just to have friends or something like that. Or, they go against their own values just to be close with people or hang around a certain group, you know what I mean? And I was like, nah, ain't nobody got time for that. I can never betray my crown. And,
Right.
that's like, oh shit, NBC, never betray the crown. All right, fuck it, let's get to work. And I just took it from there. But you know what I mean? A lot of clothing lines that are out here, they don't really stand for nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody talk about, don't get me wrong, sex sells, drug sell, all of that sell, but some people need to be uplifted. You know what I mean? Feel
Right.
positive themselves and what they wearing. Not always gotta feel like they always gotta be on some, you know what I mean, some other shit, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. 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 So that was it. Y'all just sitting around and was like, "Oh, that's dope." And then what happened next?
And then after that, I went downtown, picked up some blanks. I started drawing, sketching up. Then I sketched up the crown myself. I sent it to one of my graphic designers. He made it up for me, and then I made my first T-shirt. I
And how
made
did that go?
a T-shirt. The first
How was
T-shirt.
that process?
The first process was annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it was very annoying because like what I didn't know about the clothing industry is that there's about 20,000 brands, just like there is bread.
Right.
Like you got to go through certain brands to figure out what your quality for your brand is. And there's a lot of trial and error, a
Yeah.
lot of money that's gonna be, you know what I mean, lost or misplaced. You're gonna mess up some things. But if it's not your passion and your heart ain't in it, you're gonna give up within.
Right.
And
So
I'm going to
how long have you been doing this now?
6 years.
Oh wow. So you've been in it for a minute.
Yeah, I've been doing
So
it.
what advice would you give to someone who's trying to get in it?
Oh man, take your time. Take your time. Don't rush. Make sure you get all your legal paperwork in order before you do anything. If you're gonna make a logo, don't put it out there till you got something legal with your name on it. Whether it is an LLC, whether you go downtown just to get registered, you gotta have some legal documentation because it's
Yeah,
so
I
easy.
think a lot of times people start businesses and they don't even myself, like they don't know how to do that because there's nobody there really telling you. You just have an idea and you have a passion, but you
Yeah,
don't have somebody there telling you like, okay, do you have a lawyer? Okay, did you file this? Or do you have a tax ID number? Do you know what I mean? And a lot of times people get lost in the creative work is great, but they don't know that what comes next.
you did.
Yeah, as far as like running a business. So I think that's really important. How did you guys navigate that?
Say that one more time. You
How
break.
did you guys navigate that? Like all the legal work.
Me, I navigated everything dolo. So I mean, I had one of my friends that deals with taxes helping me out the whole time though. They was telling me what legal things I had to do for my LLC, for my name, where I had to go get registered, about trademarks, telling me the difference between a trademark and copyright. So
Yep.
and then you also got that's just the legal side.
Right.
That's the start. Now after that, then you got to worry about the logo. Then you got to worry about how you want to brand the stuff. Then you got to worry about how you want to market it. Then you got to worry about placements and colors and designs and.
That's the fun stuff, though. That's the fun stuff.
Oh, I like it. That's amazing to me. I could sit there, smoke a couple blunts, and I'll be going for a couple of hours in the computer looking for different stuff.
To me, that's the fun part.
Yeah, but like I said, if your passion's not in it and you just in it for the money, it's not going to work because the money don't come right away.
Yeah, that's the problem.
The money never comes. The
That's the problem for me.
the first 12 sweatsuits I dropped sold out in 2 hours.
Well, that sounds good though.
And that wasn't even to family. That was just, regular strangers. But then once I did my first bulk order, I was sitting on it for like 3 months.
I mean, you got to think though, that's not so bad because some people are sitting on bulk orders for a year.
Yeah, and I'm very grateful that it only took me 3 months before I start, seeing a certain type of come up. But you know what I mean? I think that's just because of the people I was targeting and the type of person that I am. So when people see it, they like, okay, it's positivity. He's not sitting there talking about the regular that everybody else is talking about, something different. So let me see what that's about. And so far, I got about 7, 8 people that have my entire catalog.
Oh wow!
Everything I
loyal customers.
Yeah, everything I dropped. It then got to the point now. If I drop some or if I have an idea about something, I'll just send them a free item. And
nice.
Nobody will ever see that logo, but they'll have it.
How often do you come out with like new items?
Every 2 months.
Okay, so that's pretty reasonable.
Every 2 months. Sometimes I try to do T-shirts in the summertime more often because everybody wants the graphic tees in the summer. But when it comes to the hoodies, I like my hoodies.
Yeah, me too.
But my problem is when I put out hoodies, my hoodies end up getting missing. So I gotta have extra set of hoodies. I know you, of course, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if a hoodie fall in your lap, you're not gonna give it back.
A hoodie fall in your lap, even if a hoodie don't fall in your lap, you still ain't gonna give it back.
You're gonna hold on to that.
I can
tell. If it's something it's a hot commodity, you're gonna hold on to it.
Very hot commodity. I can't even hold on to whenever I make stuff, I can't even keep my own items for me because I got my kids and my son, my daughter, my mom. They be like, "Oh, that's nice." I turn around, next thing you know, they wearing it. I'm like, well, "Can I get a hoodie?" Like, yeah, make your own. Like, well, damn, I made that one for me.
That's dope though when you think about it because
that lets me know
that your family gonna be the first person to tell you, like, you know what I mean. My kids will be the first people to be like, "Nah, ma, that's not gonna work." So
she'll be like, "Nah, Dad, that's nah. Start all over. I don't even want it. Just let me delete that for you. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that's what I like about my kids. But if I turn around and I see them wearing it, I'm like, okay, I gotta make more.
Yeah, because like if the kids are wearing it, they're gonna tell you, and your family gonna tell you, yes or no.
Yes, they really will. They will. I got one person that usually when I come with designs, I send them my designs because what I mean. Sometimes it's good to get feedback, and it's like every time I drop something, they're like, "Yo, I don't know what you're doing over there. I don't know what you're smoking, what you're drinking, but this shit is fire." Like,
right. Well, it's good to have those people in the corner. We all need that.
Yeah, but I like the truth. Like, don't tell me it's fire. Just tell me it's fire. Like, give me straight up the truth. Like, nah, those colors are ugly. Like, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah,
are ugly. You
want something that enlightens you to go back to the drawing board and make you work a little harder. Yeah, you don't want the yes men around.
Nah, I don't got time for that.
Yeah,
yes man. You're a yes man, but then you're not buying nothing. That already tells me what it is. You really don't like it. You're just trying to shut me up.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't want people to know that are not going to give me constructive feedback. Like I want to grow, and you're not helping me grow if you're just like yes.
You're just yes man. That means you just want to see me fail.
Right.
But when you sit there and you see me like, nigga, you messing up. That's not popping. That's ugly. But if you this, there, and that, all right, now I see you care about me a little bit. You want to see me do something.
What's the vision for the brand now? Like, where would you like to see? Let's manifest. Like, ultimately, where would you like to see this brand go? And
right now, I'm already working on my. I'm trying to transition over to a custom clothing line. So probably from here on out, or from the new year on, everything I drop is going to be limited, but it's all going to be from a manufacturer. So I'm gonna have this. I do my own sketches now, and I send it out to my graphic designer. He give me the layout, then I send it to my manufacturer. So now when I drop stuff, once it's dropped, that's it. It's not coming back out. So you gotta
everything's limited time.
Yeah, it's about to be limited. And then I'm also thinking about going into a luxury brand. So I'm about to have a branch off. I've been looking into stuff, some loafers, shoes, some bags. some belts, some suits. So
I like that. I like that because I feel like we need to celebrate that more. I feel like not to say that I don't sell hoodies and stuff too, but I do feel like it's nice to see a man in a suit and get dressed up and got some loafers on. Like we grown. You supposed to do that.
I can go outside in the daytime. I put on a sweatsuit, go home and change at night. I can put on a nice button up, some
Yeah.
cats. You know, you got to switch it up.
Yeah, I feel like we're supposed to see that and we're supposed to do that. So I think that the more we celebrate that, the better.
That's true.
You know, and I think that's and I don't even think that should be a luxury. I should be like, because you know I'm an educator during the day. I feel like that's something we should be teaching young men and young women regardless.
Yes. Less streetwear, more formal wear.
I mean, we don't wear streetwear when we're in the street, but when we're not in the street and we have to like get dressed and go somewhere, we not gonna put on our jeans and our sneakers. You know what I mean? You're gonna suit up and get suited and booted.
Sometimes you can throw some jeans and sneakers together and you can be looking like A1.
This is true. This is true. I'm just saying, like, I like the idea of teaching young men and young women that there's more than one way to do it.
Yes.
And it's nice for you to carry yourself in a certain kind of way and, you know, get dressed up and get, like I said, suited and booted once in a while and put it together and be just as confident.
Yes, basically never betray your crown. Have that respect for yourself in more than one way.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good thing for people to have. So tell me, like, what are some of the obstacles a brand you've been in the game for 6 years now? You've had, you know, customers that are loyal customers. What are some of the obstacles that a brand like yours faces in this market?
Best friends are obstacles.
Really?
Yes, vendors are obstacles. UPS is an obstacle. You know what I mean? Everything that has something to do with type of tracking or figuring things out, like because you got some family that they feel like just because they family they supposed to have something. And when you saying it like that's not what I call support, and they're like, well then why am I calling you family? Like it's a lot of obstacles. You got financial obstacles. You got to figure out which bank you want to get a business. It's a lot. It can put you to the point that you might go into a corner and cry one day. You're like, is this the path that I really want to go down?
Right.
There's so many different things that you have to learn for yourself so you don't get cheated in this industry. Because there's a lot of people out there that they can sell you a dollar t-shirt for $80.
Right.
Then you could go to the next vendor and you get that same t-shirt for 67 cents. So it's a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of fails, definitely a lot of fails.
Yeah. I definitely think that that's true, but I also feel like those are the people, the entrepreneurs are the people that kind of withstand the storm.
Yes, got to. You got no choice because like it's all about how you feel about your vision and your dream. You know, if you take a loss, everybody takes a loss, but it all depends on what you do with that loss. Do you make it a lesson or do you make it a blessing? Do you sit cry about it or do you turn it into something? And you know what I mean, like what they say, pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah.
So you got to figure it out on your own. If you just to sit there and be lazy and start crying, then everybody that you sit there trying to talk to about your business, and be like, you're a crybaby. You're not even trying to go through it the right way. You just want people to take it because you try to force it on me. It
right. Yeah, no, you can't do that. So tell me about the men's line versus the women's line. How did you come up with that?
The men's line was very simple because I know men just like hoodies and sweatsuits and t-shirts. They want the simple stuff. Men, they're very, very, very simple. But now, my issue now is the women's stuff because I'm trying to transition over to dropping a lot of women's stuff, but
because we shop.
Yes, but when it comes,
but the rest of y'all, not me.
I know how women do. Like a woman, they'll see one outfit and they be like, that outfit is nice, but I know I can go somewhere and get it for $10. Like, you go get it for $10, you wear it once, and then you ain't wearing it no more.
You better not rain while you outside.
So it's like with the women's stuff, it's overwhelming sometimes. Trying to figure out items and sizes and measurements, and because you got women of all different shapes and sizes these days, so it's like you got to try and figure out how can you get something that fits everybody. So like, you know what I mean? I did a sample trial run with some legging sets, and the few people that I gave them to in the gym, they like it. They don't complain about nothing like that. The only complaint that they gave me, they was like the sizing around the waist, because they got hips and ass, and the waist is like, I got it. You gotta fix this for me. I'm
Right.
like nobody told you to have a big old ass and hips. Why can't you just be regular?
That is regular.
That's what she said. She's like, this is regular. So I'm like,
That
yeah.
is
No, I was just messing with her. I just feel like bothering her. But I do got to go back to the drawing board and
I
figure out.
feel like when it comes to women though, with that, you can never. It's almost next to impossible.
No, it is.
I feel like men have the same problem. They just don't complain about it, right? It fits or it don't fit. But women will be like, no, I still want it. Like if a dude pick up something and it don't fit, he put it back. If a woman pick up something and it don't fit, she's like, fuck that. I'm gonna make it fit, or someone's gonna make it in my size.
Or with a man that say they'd be like, yo, let me get that T-shirt in a large so I can fit into it in the summer. So
yeah, like that, men are not that difficult when it comes to stuff like that. It either work or it don't work. A woman still will put her ass in that dress even if it don't fit and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna make it work.
And this is why I love my mother. She give me women ideas. I'll take her a sample. She'd be like, nope, it's not good.
So it's harder with the women.
Nah, it is, but I'm gonna get there though.
I feel like the more feedback you get, the more you're like, oh, I didn't think about that. And then you're like, all right, I'll work with it. But then I also feel like it don't matter how well you do it. Not everything is for everybody. Not everybody feel comfortable, fit comfortable, whatever it may be. And at some point, this is what it is. If you want it, go get it.
And this is my transition to now. This is
and
what I'm.
If you don't want it, I respect that. And maybe it's not for you. But you'll wait till next season and something else come out.
That's a fact. And if you can't wait, then more power to you. All of them.
Or you use your ass in this. It's just make it
happen. Because it ain't coming back out no more. So
yeah, you know what I mean? Because there's women that will do that. Like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna just buy it, and I'll wear a corset underneath.
Some women do. But nowadays, a lot of women when they hit me up now, because like I said, I got my mother and I got 2 female friends that I talk to. 1 minute they'll be like, yeah, let me get a dress. Then I'm like, all right, so now I'm sketching up stuff for a dress. Then they come be like, add the ruffles to the dress. Add this to the dress. Put a cup to the dress. Matter of fact, let me see what you're sketching. Let me see. Nah, don't put that there. Put that there. Women are very difficult. I love y'all, but y'all very, very, very difficult.
I feel like that's subjective. I'm not difficult, but the rest of the women, I understand.
You're all difficult in your own ways.
No, I'm honestly not difficult. I don't think I think my biggest issue is that I'm not difficult.
And that's what makes you difficult.
Exactly. Because people be so fucking thrown off. Like, why you not crying right now? You know what I'm saying? Because another bitch would have been crying. Why you not yelling right now?
I don't like tears. I don't like yelling. That's good. That's
you know what I mean? Why you not kicking right now? You supposed to be
kicking? Oh my goodness.
I be throwing niggas off. They be like, so you finna cry or you gonna hang up? What you gonna do? Like, they be nervous. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not even fucking with you. Like, we good.
That's like a mixture of a cycle.
Yeah. So I've been told I'm too nonchalant.
Have you ever question? Can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure.
You ever flattened tires before?
No.
You ever smashed anything on a car? Okay, you don't have to answer that. Look says it all.
Just one time I have. One time. I didn't even smash anything. I was trying to though.
Oh, you didn't have the strength?
No, I had to. But I will tell you this: the one time that I did it, I knew exactly what I was doing. It was very calculated. I knew why I was doing. I had to tell myself to do it. It wasn't like some irrational shit. Like, oh, chicks be irrational and did some irrational shit. I knew what the fuck I was doing. I knew why I was doing it. I knew it was my fucking car to do it to. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not like that type of
laid back crazy.
I'm not that crazy. Like I knew exactly.
No, you are crazy. You got that laid back crazy.
No, like I knew what I was doing. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, this bitch crazy. Like, no, nigga, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Do you watch First 48?
No.
Do you watch How to Commit a Murder?
No.
You don't watch those shows?
I don't watch TV.
You don't watch TV?
No.
So what do you do all day?
Work.
Workaholic, ain't nothing wrong with
I
that.
work all day in my regular job, and then after that, I transitioned into the podcasting, and now I'm doing the lingerie line, and I do that kind of stuff.
Like the lingerie line. I like that.
It's a curated line. I didn't get to tell anybody about this, but I guess everyone who's listening will hear now.
Right.
So it's a
Ooh,
curated lingerie line
I like that. I like
of items. Okay, so I did an episode about a year ago almost called What's in My Whole Bag.
Mm-hmm.
And the episode was really just about people and their hoe bags and the stuff that they need to have in their hoe bags, and how even married people need to have hoe bags too. Because they be like, well, I'm not a hoe. It doesn't mean you're a hoe. You got a bag in your house with some grown-up shit for the grown-up. That's what it means. It means take the baby to grandma's house, and y'all gonna come home and run around like y'all two kids and half naked. That's what it means.
But
so
I
said,
act like I don't know who you are.
Yeah. What's gonna go in the hoe bag? So I designed a hoe bag, and then I was like, all right, now we got to curate the items that go in it. And so that's where we're up to. So it's a lingerie line. It's items for men and women. And I tried to think about everybody's needs and encompass everyone, every body type, like you said, every body size. So it goes up to 3X. There's items for men, there's items for women. You know, and it's really just, it's to celebrate everybody's sexy and everybody feeling sexy. And really for us, when I think about it, for us grown folk people, because being sexy at 21 and 22 is different from being sexy at 40. You know what I'm saying? Like,
big difference.
It's not the same. We're not listening to the same music. Shit don't hang the same no more. You know what I'm saying? So
set here and an extra string there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You out of breath, you got the asthma. It's not the same. So your knees cracking. Look, let me tell you. So
can't do that no more. You got to compromise.
Yeah, so it's really just about celebrating that sexy wherever you are in life, right? And so yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So when I'm not working, that's what I do, or I hang out with my son. But I don't watch TV. I didn't have a TV in my room for years. I just put one in there, and I don't even turn it on. There's days I don't turn it on.
Like usually when I come home from work, I kind of do the same routine. I'll take a shower, then I'll open my laptop, and I'll sit at the table. I'll turn the TV on for the music. I just have background noise, but
yeah.
I roll up real quick, and I'm focused on trying to learn something about some fabrics or some other manufacturer, some company, or how to make something. It's always something to learn, and that's what I like about the industry. It's like I can never know too much, and then if I stop trying to learn, that's when I fuck my own self up.
But that's life. That's not just.
Yes, that is life. That's everything.
That's not just for a business I want to learn. That's just life for me. So like the other day I was here and I wanted to read a book, but I didn't want to read a book. Like I didn't want to sit down and read the book, but I wanted to read a book. So I was like, Alexa, read me the book. I swear to God, I just like listen to, because I want to learn about the crystals and the chakras and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, Alexa, read me the book. And I just be sitting in here like, I feel like if people put as much energy as we put into nonsense into ourselves,
we would all be a lot further.
We'd just be better people. So that's what I take my time and do, like work to be a better person, even in my downtime. The only thing I honestly watch on TV when I do watch TV is Home and Garden, because I can decorate a house. You know what I mean? A house.
Your interior decorator. See, all of my walls are plain. I'm sitting.
Yeah, no, I could decorate a house, but other than that, I'm not sitting around like watching any of that nonsense that goes into your brain. And
I like I call it background noise. You got to keep some type of noise in the background while I'm doing what I'm doing, because I can't just, if it's silent, I'm gonna catch ADD and I'm gonna go.
Nah, I don't like this whole COVID thing. Me being home and just being with my son and chilling, like I'm fine. Like some people are like, I'm going crazy. I watched everything. I'm like, oh, I'm good. Like I read, I write, I mix music.
In the house. Once they started this, quarantine. I was never really quarantined because I got essential jobs, but coming in the crib, sitting in the house, not being bothered by nobody, being by myself, answering my phone when I want to, walking around how I want to, falling asleep where I want to. It's amazing. It's great.
Yeah. I'm like,
I don't want to go to work. What am I going? I don't want to go to work. Why? Why do I have to go to work? Can I stay home? Give me a reason to stay home. That's how I feel. But that's just me.
I'm good. I'm so good with that. I'm like, what you want to do? Like, y'all leave me home another year. I'm finna be a millionaire. Keep playing with me.
That's a fact.
Keep playing with me.
The piece is so great. It's like, what else can you do besides learn stuff to make yourself better? And the more you learn, the more you grow. Then me, I like to pass stuff on to my kids. So if I learn something new, I'll call them or I'll FaceTime them and I try to talk to them about it. And normally when I talk to my daughter about certain things, she'll be like, Dad, I already know about that. I'm like, you ain't tell me about it. She's like, oh, I thought you already knew. Like, no, I just focus on clothes. I don't focus on everything else.
I mean, but you think you're not paying attention, and you might think like, my dad, I already know that, but like I started this lingerie line, and I was just messing around with it. A couple of days later, my daughter came to me and she was like, "Mom, teach me how you did it." I swear to God, she came to me. She brought her laptop. She was like, "Teach me how to do it. I'm gonna do it," and she did it. She did it, and I actually was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you money to get this started because like I believe in you. So go ahead and go do it. And she just, she's like, I'm gonna go sell sweatsuits. I was like, when? And she's like, tomorrow. And she sure enough, she did it. And I was like, wow, I feel some type of way. But like, I feel like as a community of minority people, not minority, majority, I should say, we need to be teaching our kids those types of things. We need to be empowering them to be like, you know what? I know you know. Now what you gonna do with that information?
Fact, just because like, yes, it's great for you to get your education. I'm not saying don't, but it's also good to know things to better yourself in life, to go further than just a paycheck.
Right. And your education's great. I have a lot of education, but it's only gonna take you so
Yes.
far. You gotta have that ambition, that energy, and that knowledge to be like, all right, what am I gonna do with this? Because you can read 15 books. If you don't apply none of it, then it don't mean
You
nothing.
can't read books and then you go outside and you shut up.
Right.
What are you reading the books for if you're not going to spread the knowledge? In order for you to learn something, you spread the knowledge, and then you teach people. And by you teaching people, that makes you want to learn more.
Right. So what are you going to do with it? And so I feel like that's the most important thing as a community, that we need to be teaching our kids too, like how to build businesses. I told someone the other day, I was like, when people in my family die, when my parents die, I don't want to be begging for money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be begging for money. I don't want to have to put up a GoFundMe. I don't want to have to do that.
I want to be straight. I want to make sure I take care of everything. I don't want to have.
So we need to be able to build business, like leave our kids things that they could inherit.
But at the same time, it's also like a monkey see, monkey do. When the kids see you do stuff, then they want to imitate it.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, like my daughter, she has her own little thing that she's doing on YouTube also, and then my son, he's learning how to farm. He wants to be a farmer, so what I mean. He grows little stuff here and there in the crib, and I'm like, I would have never thought about that. So,
yeah, no, that's dope. I went to a camp where they had a farm on it and a compost place. I was like, what is that? They were like, don't throw the banana peels in the garbage. I was like, why not? Yeah, they're like, nah, the kids are gonna come get them, and they make compost out of it. And I was like, what? And they actually took me and showed me where they were doing the work. I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, how come people don't know?
I wanted to teach them how to grow a plant, but I already got yelled at about teaching them how to grow that. I'm like,
wow.
That's what I said. Anyway, they need to learn. Shit, I might need them one day. Just let me do what I do.
I must be a weirdo because I have a plant in my room. I'm the only person that got a plant in their room. It's good oxygen and good air.
You're not a weirdo at all.
My plant lives in my room. He got a name too.
Oh, so you know what type of plant I'm talking about, right?
No.
I think you do. I'm trying to teach my son how to grow everything.
I feel like at this point you can. You could teach
right now you can, because everything is turning into a business opportunity.
Right.
So I'm not gonna have him be, not know about certain things because his mother don't feel like he should, because we're both on two different sides of the world. So to me, that's a good thing for my kids. Like, you get one thing from your mother, then you get another thing from me. Then
there's a balance.
The balance is crazy.
The balance. That's such a good thing. All right, so now I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. Because this is Say It Loud, and we like to talk about fuckery. So is there such a thing as a man or a woman who is too confident?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Elaborate.
Yes, some women are very too confident, especially when you know them. Yes, there's a such thing as being too confident.
What is too confident? Define too confident for me. I just want to make sure I'm not too confident.
Okay.
I really am confident, but
let's take an example. Like, you have on nothing but Gucci and designer, but then you live out of your car. You're too confident.
That's confident?
That's too confident. Why are you so?
Don't be confident about that.
Your priorities are wrong. When you do
How
too
can
much.
you be confident about that, though? I need to do a show about that because you cannot be confident about that.
There's some women that are very confident about having name brand stuff, and then you see they crib, and it's like, I mean, I can say the same thing about dudes also. Some niggas will sit there and spend millions of dollars.
The leverage is different for a man versus a woman.
You think so?
I think the leverage is different for a man versus a woman. I think there's guys that are overconfident, but I definitely think a woman being overconfident is just it's everywhere almost. You know what I mean?
Nowadays, it's becoming a lot of roles is becoming reversal now. I have noticed.
This is true.
And to me, it's not a good look on the men in this world.
Really?
To me, it's not because it's to me, it's not a good look. Because you got a lot of men out there that are on the low doing what they have to do to take care of theirs, and you know what I mean, they got jobs, they work, they this, that, third. And then you got those men out there that just like leeches.
Oh, you didn't see my post today for Friday Puckery?
Oh, no, I haven't been on social media today.
I posted about that.
I was busy working and all this other
stuff.
No,
I posted about that because we can't do leeches.
Oh, so you get what I'm saying. You get it.
Yeah, we can't do leeches.
That goes both ways because, you know, just like, you know, this so-called cuffing season. As soon as it gets cold, you know, you get those certain phone calls.
Yeah.
You get those.
But who's doing the phone call is what I want to know. Is the phone call coming from the girls or the phone call coming from the guy?
I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I can see it going both ways. I can definitely see it going both ways.
Fuck that. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck who calls. You go on the voicemail. Fuck that. I don't care how cold it is outside. Fuck that. Y'all not playing with Tracy's PlayStation. Fuck that. You're not eating my snacks. Fuck that.
At a certain time, I'm asleep. So
nah, bro. Like, I won't even answer the phone. Like, people don't come at me like that though, because I just don't care. I don't know. Maybe they scared of me, but like, people don't come at me. I don't give a fuck how cold it is.
Nobody tried you yet. That's what it is.
No. I don't think there's anybody that right now in my life that can call me and expect any answer than what I'm telling you right now. Not up in here.
Well, they starting to get used to the new me.
But I do agree with what you say that there are both men and women that are leeches. Mm-hmm. I do. I personally, I know this is picked up. Like, I know a lot of women or men might not like this, but I still believe in gender roles. You know, to some extent, not to the extent where like you, as a woman, you got to be in the kitchen cooking and cleaning. Like, I don't believe in that to that extent. But I do feel like there's certain things to the women that even though I know I could do it, I still want the man in my life to do it. I still like. You know what I mean? I still call my dad for certain shit because that's daddy shit.
Like the simple shit, like getting the oil changed, getting your tires done, your brakes done. You know.
Yeah, like my car wouldn't start today, and I call my dad. Like, there's certain shit that like I just expect like men are supposed to do. Like, I still believe in gender, just like I believe that there's shit that women are supposed to do. Still, you know, and I know a lot of people don't like that. It's a touchy subject. Like, if I'm at Thanksgiving with my men, I'm gonna fix your plate. I know your arms ain't broke, but I'm gonna fix your plate because I believe in gender roles. But then on Sunday, when my car needs gassing, because I gotta go to work on Monday, I'm gonna keep that same energy. You know? And I feel like when you say things have changed, I feel like it's changed to the point where it's just like, bro, like, which one of us the bitch around here? Because
that's the issue. That's the issue these days.
It's I feel like women should be strong, but not strong to the point where we take away certain parts of being a man from a man.
That's a fact. See, so you understand exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I feel like this conversation is actually probably really good, and people have to run it back because not a lot of people feel that way. They either feel like one extreme to the other. It's either like you got to be in the kitchen cooking and barefoot having babies, and we not doing that, or it's like, nah, fuck that nigga. He could get his plate himself. You know, and it has to be some kind of balance. You can't be walking around talking about I'm a bad bitch and I want to be babied by a man, and then you cursing that nigga out like a dude. Like, he's not gonna do that.
Yeah, see, you get it. You get it.
He's not gonna do that because I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, But and vice versa for me as a woman, like I can't, like if I could do everything on my own,
What's the point? What's the
or if
point?
I want to do everything on my own, then like, bro, like
If I got to do everything on my own, then you're gonna be called for one thing only. That's it.
I mean, but after that, like, bro, that's even a turn off too. I don't know,
Yeah,
I don't know about other women, but
it's not. It's a
for
wrap.
me, it's
Like that's it. I'm good. I don't even want that, nigga. That's all you can stimulate me.
because you're a woman, you want to be attracted to the man. If I'm the man, then then who the fuck am I gonna be attracted
No,
to?
like I said, this everything has changed, man. But as long as people stay true to themselves, you end up finding the right person or dealing with the right people in your life that you're supposed to deal with.
I guess so. Don't ask me. I don't know. I only got a relationship podcast and no relationship. Who knows?
Listen, I ain't even gonna go into this relationship conversation because I had a lot of fails and I don't even care to talk about them.
But I feel like that's another thing. Like not, and a lot. Someone told me the other day, your show's always like you definitely go hard for the dudes, and I was like, I just feel like, and I was gonna do a show on this too coming up. Like a lot of men have a lot of baggage. And we tend to always talk about women and their baggage and the shit that they've been through. And I respect that 110%. I've been through some shit too. But I think we never understand what men have been through until you get to our age now. And you're like, damn, this dude got some, baggage he walking around with it. And, then for me, I'm like, okay, damn, like, what I mean? He got work through these issues. And I think a lot of men are in toxic relationships too, or have been in toxic relationships or situations, and we don't never talk about that. And then the next meet him, and they be like, "I don't get it. What's wrong with him?" It's like, bro, he been traumatized. He got PTSD. Like, what you mean? Like this is.
But most of the problems with men start from as a childhood not seeing certain things happen in their home.
Yeah,
that's usually when it all starts, and then most men don't like to speak about things.
Because we don't give them a platform. We don't give them a vessel. We tell men they're not allowed to.
Like, I think
they're not allowed to be sad. They're not allowed to have feelings about things like that.
Theme about that. They said that a little boy was crying, and the mother was like, "What you crying for? Stop crying, show your emotions." And then it was talking to her boyfriend like, "Yo, why you acting like you don't care? Why you not showing me no emotion?" But then you got some people some women that will see a man that's showing him emotion and be like, "Nigga, you sensitive as fuck. What you show me all this emotion for? I don't care how you feel. What you telling me how you feel for? I'm supposed to tell you how I feel. I'm not supposed to hear that from you." So it's like a catch-22. So a lot of men are damaged. A lot of men hold on to things that they don't know who to talk to because they always feel like somebody's gonna judge them or look at them like they sensitive or some shit.
Yeah, and I don't want that. I just said something about that because I don't want my son to be in that kind of situation where he feels that he can't express who he is or what he's feeling because he's been taught to suppress those feelings. So there's a lot of men walking around here who have been taught to suppress that. Meanwhile, like I said, they're carrying a lot of baggage and hurt. The same thing women are carrying around from past relationships. But we don't talk about that. We talk about the part where the women's like, this is what he did, and this is what he did, and I get it. It happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen. What I'm saying is that there's men who have been affected by those same situations, and there's nobody talking about it.
Nobody gonna say nothing about it because even the men don't want to talk about it.
But then how do they then heal? That's one. And then how do they then have a healthy relationship going forward?
And that's the biggest issue. Like it takes a certain type of female to make a male break down those walls because it's a lot of walls up. Like that first wall that comes down has to be, can I trust you with my life? And then the second wall has to be, can I trust you with my emotions? And then the third wall is, can I just trust you just to be there? Because like growing up in black families, as they say, not many fathers was around.
Right.
So you had to see the mother do everything. So even that is traumatizing to a little boy. Because when a little boy grows up, they're like, damn, I got to protect my mom. I got to provide for my mother. I got to do everything for my mother. But then at the same time, they're not going to know how to treat a woman because they don't see their mother being treated that way.
Right.
All they see.
And then we got to go back to mom too, because moms be walking around with a lot of anger and shit like that. And taking a lot of things out on their kids and a lot of, of that emotion in that mix too, where that kid grows up not understanding.
But one thing I did notice, even with my own children, the best way to shut that down or to slow that down is to just take your time out to spend with your kids, whether it's going for a walk, just going outside just to play, or just sitting there talking about what they want to talk about. A lot of people, when they get their kids, they go, all right, y'all go over there, y'all go do what kids do. We all
Right.
sit do the adult thing.
Right.
I'm not saying that that's a problem. All I'm saying is that you still got to take time to interact with the children before you do
Right.
that, because
Right.
they humans just like we are. They got emotions just like we go through, but they're not going to talk about them unless they feel like, okay, this person is really going to sit here and talk to me for longer than 5 minutes.
Right.
That, they'll start to open up, and then to me, that's what works. But
Yeah.
it takes a village.
It does. It does. And I think everybody has to be on the same page and in a healthy space.
Has to be.
You know?
Everybody
Do
together. If
right.
people don't work, the kids see when people don't work together. They see that.
Yeah.
And whether we like it or not, they're the ones that's affected by it.
Yeah.
They'll never say that until they get older. Once they get older, that's when they'll react in anger. Like, oh, well, you did this and you did that.
It's so crazy because I'm divorced and my kids tell me now, they're like, Mom, you're so much happier now. Like, you're so much happier. We do so much more fun stuff. I'm like, you're right.
You got peace.
But I never told them that. They just see
that.
Yeah.
Like, that's like I was saying earlier, kids notice what parents go through and what they do.
It was like, Mom, you don't cry anymore. We just always chilling and having fun. I'm like, yeah, bet.
That's how it's supposed to be. Like,
yeah,
this is how life is supposed to be. The old version that y'all seen of me, get that version out your head.
Yeah, so it is what it is. So. All right, one more question, and then I'm gonna let you go. You packing your whole bag. So say if Loud has a whole bag. You're packing your whole bag to spend the night. This is gonna be my new question for all my guests on my show. You're packing your whole bag to spend the night.
Yeah.
What are your 5? Should I do 5 or 3?
I mean,
you got your 5 key items you need to bring.
All I need is 3 items.
What are your 3 items you need in your whole bag?
All I need is condoms, backwards, and weed. I'm good.
You don't got no clothes?
I got clothes on. Them clothes coming on. Ain't gonna be no clothes.
No toothbrush?
Nah, I'm gonna go back home.
That's not a whole bag. That's a Ziploc bag.
That's what I call. That's all I need. That's my whole bag. I'm not sleeping over. I got my own crib. We can get it in, then I'm out. Enjoy your night.
That's messed up. You're not even packing a whole bag.
Nah, what's the point?
You guys pack a whole bag?
I don't know what niggas do. I don't got time.
What? If somebody say you going to spend the night, y'all fellas don't pack a bag to spend the night?
If we going to like AC or something, or get a room or something, yeah, I'm gonna pack a bag. But my main essentials is exactly what I said. Because once I get in the room, I'm stripping. It's like we not walking around in clothes. What do we got clothes on for? Take a shower if you got to, then butt naked time. We can smoke, talk, play games.
That's naked. In the whole bag.
If you want to put lingerie, that's good for you. We're gonna play a game for that lingerie to come off.
Well, you can go to Save Lives and order your lingerie. And tell everybody where they can find Never Betray the Crown, where they can order their hoodies and suits.
Well, right now my website is now linked to my Facebook and IG, so you can go there and purchase everything. I also got a website, www.neverbetraythecrown.com. Plus, I also got IG, I got Facebook, I don't even know. I got everything. Whatever. I got Google. I got everything that you want to find me. I'm located everywhere. I'm basically open 24/7. If my eyes is open, my business is open. I don't like to close because my bills don't close. So I got to get it by any means necessary.
So definitely go check them out, you guys. NeverBetray.thecrown.com. Go to their IG or their Facebook. You can go ahead and order there. Thank you so much, Nate, for chopping it up with us. It's always a pleasure with you. I love the work that you're doing. I love the brand. I respect it. Yeah.
I love the growth. I love that. Keep growing and glowing. Don't let nobody slow you down. Listen, it's not even the sky the limit. The universe is the limit.
You're right. You're definitely
right. Feel like you're gonna put it out there. A fail is a try. Not to do to fail. So you got to get it.
All right. Hold on just a sec.